Example 5, solve 0.4 plus 0.02m equals 4.6. What we have here is a decimal equation, and we can solve it like we do normally. We could subtract 0.4 from both sides, divide by 0.02, we'll get our answer. But let me just give you an alternative technique that you might like better. Okay, the first thing I did was I established that 2 decimal places is the maximum number of decimal places. That has 1 decimal place, that has 2, that has 1, so 2 is the most. And I make sure everything has 2 decimal places by adding zeros at the end of the ones that don't have enough decimal places. So 0.4 is the same as 0.40, 0.02 already had 2 decimal places, so it stayed 0.02, 4.6 is the same as 4.60. Once everything has the same number of decimal places, you can then pretend the decimals aren't even there. So the problem becomes 40 plus 2m is equal to 460. That equation has the exact same answer as the original problem, but you don't have to deal with any decimals in the process. If I want to get m equals, notice I got a 40 plus 2m equals 460. We always undo the addition or subtraction first. So 40 minus 40 on that side, minus 40 on this side. The requirement is that I subtract the same amount from both sides. You can see I subtracted 40 from both sides. On the left-hand side, the result is the 40s cancel, leaving just 2m. The right side, the consequence is 460 minus 40 makes 420. Okay, subtracting because the signs are different and positive because 460 is bigger than 40. And then if 2m is equal to 420, then 2 is equal to, or sorry, divide by 2, we get m is equal to 210. Okay, had we worked it with decimals, first thing you do is subtract 0.4 from both sides. Make sure if you're doing addition or subtraction of decimals, the decimal points line up. 0.02m is left on the right, on the left-hand side. 4.6 minus 0.4 is 4.2. Then I got to divide by 0.02.
That just makes it tough.
And now you got to do 0.02 into 4.2, which if you move the decimal point 2 spaces over and 2 spaces over, notice you're still getting 420 divided by 2, so it's still 210. But it's a lot easier if you get it down to integers instead of decimals. So it's advisable, not required, but advisable when you have an equation, it has to be an equation, has to be an equal sign in it. If you get an equation, all the decimals are the same number of decimal places, drop the decimals, the equation will have the same answer. That'd be easier.